Hey everybody, thanks for coming back for another puzzle. This time I have a brand new Lego puzzle from a brand new creator. They are Lafabrick from France. This one is called the Candy Box, or I can't recall what it's called in French, La Carambox I think maybe. So we've got the rules here. It's a sequential discovery puzzle that has more than 20 steps. 2 candies are hidden inside. Solve all the steps. Forget your nails, you can simply use the tools included or your fingers, no force is needed. No hitting or banging if you want, but it won't. You can hit or bang if you want, but it won't help you. A super bonus candy is hidden inside. It is not necessary to find it, but that would be great. But damn, that would be great. Have fun from the Lafabrick team. I love the colors of this pink and yellow. It's super cool looking. Oh, there's one of the candies right away. We were just playing with it. You see it's sitting right in that window there. It slides up and down. So 2 candies to solve it, 3 candies if you want to find the extra special solution. So we're going to find all 3 because that's what we do. So, here we go. Alright, so we know we've got this candy here, which looks like, this looks like a drawer here. So maybe that candy comes down into this drawer. This looks like it might push. We're going to do the usual, see what pushes and pulls. This looks like it might be a tool. That tool goes in here. We've got this here, which does not do anything at the moment. This one here does not do anything. This one. Here's another tool looking. Looks like it might slide to the side. Not at the moment. We've got these flat plate holes, so maybe we'll find one of those as we go. This is probably tied to this if I had to guess. Let's see if I can feel it. I pull it out and then push this in. Alright, let's see if we can find our first. I wonder if this pushes this out. It does. You can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's see. If I push on this, this pops out just a hair. This is probably blocking this from fully coming out. Yeah, I can feel that they're connected to each other. Okay. Got this big indent in here. I can't reach my finger in there at the moment. So let's turn it upside down so this candy is. Let's see if there's something I can push here. We got this one back here. Sometimes finding the first move on these is the toughest. And then from there it kind of takes itself through. I feel like this is the first. Okay. So it's just a little tough to do. That you push this one in and it pops this out here. Now can I push this in? Still no. This. Does it slide to the side? Yes. Is there a flat plate in there? Here's our flat plate. Alright, so what we did. Oh, now that doesn't. Uh-oh. Now I can't get this back out. So we pushed on this and it popped this out and we slid it to the side and we got our flat plate. How are you supposed to reset this? Uh-oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Crud. Let's see if we can get this to pull back out. So this probably pushed on this, which pushed this out. That's going to be almost impossible to reset if I can't get this back out. There we go. So let's. Yeah, okay. So this pushed on the flat plate, which pushed this out. Slide it to the side, and here's our flat plate. Alright, so we're just going to start putting it on all these holes and see what happens. Okay, so we put it in here. So this one is 2 plates wide, and there's 2. Oh, it doesn't matter which one you push on. It pushes this out. Does it slide? Nope. So we got this one, pushes that out. There's one here, does nothing. About here, nothing. Here. I can see it in there. You can see it behind this window here. This is going to have to move out of the way for me to push this through. What about here, here? So this, behind this, is blocking me from putting this one in. So is it something with this? Why can't I push this back in now? What did I change that's preventing me from pushing this back in? So this, if I push this out of the way, it looks like it should unlock something here, but it does not. Oh. Okay, now I can push. Oh, so that this flat plate must have been right here, blocking me from pushing this in to get this out. So now we're going to try all the holes we have. This, I don't want to push that in too far, and then I won't be able to get it back out. Nothing yet in this, but it probably will. Nothing here. I can see that it's blocked back there by a brick that needs to go that way. So why can't I get this one back in now? What was... Just so I can see kind of what the steps are. Did I already move something here? What about here? Oh, now it goes back in. That's so weird. So we pushed that out. What was... I pushed here. Oh, okay. So there's a little free sliding piece behind here that's blocking this hole. I'm not sure. I still can't figure out what's preventing me from putting this back in. Okay, but that's alright. We'll figure it out when we go to reset it. I don't think it's terribly relevant right now. So we moved that free sliding piece this way, but it still doesn't let me do anything. What if I put it back? Nope. How come I can't push this back in? It's almost like I push something here, which is behind it. I did get it to go back in earlier, and now I can't. Well, alright, like I said, we'll figure it out when we go for the reset. I think now I need to figure out how to get this one unblocked. Is it something with this? We haven't looked at the top yet either. We've got this divot in here. We still have this free-floating candy here. So I'm just trying. I want to go sequentially. So we push this out, which freed up this block here. Now I can't get it to. Alright. So you would think that logically this would be the next step. And we can see it right here, this flat plate. So what is preventing us? This maybe? Does it go in? I can't see what would be preventing us from. I'm still kind of curious why I can't. I mean, it's not relevant. I'm just kind of curious as to why I can't get this back in. Oh, so this piece here, okay. So this piece is blocking this piece from being free to move. So we push that out of the way, and now that is free to move. And now I'm going to put this in here and slide this pink piece over, this one here. So now does that unlock something here? No. Oh, wait, what is that? Here's our first candy. Fabrick caramel. See that? So that was just sitting. Oh, that was the free plate that was sliding back and forth here that I thought was just like something like this that was blocked by this piece. Okay, so I'm going to show you the steps only because I like to do it. That's how I like to replay the steps, just so I can see what's... Alright, so we push this out, take this and slide this piece over, and then tilt our candy out. Maybe. Why doesn't want to come out? Maybe I have to push it again there. There we go. Okay, so here's our first piece of candy. So now is this unlocked? Still no. What about here? If I push this back, does it let me? Alright, so let's leave that over for now. What if I put it in here and then can I pull on it since it's wider than the, or can I? No. What if I push the nub here? Nope. Okay. Is it something else? So what could logically be our next step from there? We got our candy out, which was blocking this hole. So you would think that if we put this in, we could slide something out of the way. Is it maybe here? Or here? Okay, what about like these pieces here that look like they should shift? This one, if I put that back over. What about right here? That looks like the little block above this plate here looks like it should at some point. Doesn't right now. But it looks like it will. Maybe if I can get this out of the way. Is this pushed yet? What if that candy is up? Can I push it? No. Can I push it? Oh, can I push this one? Okay, so this section and this section are tied to each other. So if I get that candy up, moves ever so slightly, but not enough that I don't want to force it. So there's just something blocking it. It's going to come out this way. I thought maybe that getting that candy out of the way is what... Okay. So there's still something blocking it, which I suspect is this little plate at the bottom of this hole here. Let's see. Yeah. So to get that out, is it 3 blicks in? So that should be this, because it's lined up with this here. But how long is this? It's not even long enough to... Well, I guess it doesn't have to go the whole way though, if there's like a... So I think this is what's blocking me from, because I can see it at the bottom of this window here. So I need to get this out of the way somehow. And that'll allow me to push that out, which will allow me to push this. And I bet you this candy sits in a little chamber here. And when you push this over, you can get that candy out of that chamber. Okay, so is it this here? Does it go down? We still haven't. I don't want to push. If I push this too far in, I'm never going to be able to get it out. There's no resistance there though when I push it in. So maybe there will be something at some point. Something will slide into place over here and let me. We still got to get this brick out of the way that's blocking this hole. How do we do that? So that was that. I feel like we're only really one move from really taking a couple steps here, because we kind of have an idea of what we're looking to do. What's up with this? Can I pop it off? Like, why is there a nub there? Maybe just to kind of stick that there like that. I feel like I can. There's just a little gap right there. You can kind of see it a little bit. It looks like I should be able to slide this in here and then kind of use it like a lever and do that. But I doubt it. That doesn't seem. I'm just going to end up breaking this. Next has to be here. It has to be. So that just pushes all the way through. Alright. So this moves above this red window here. I don't think I tried right here. Nope. Is there something I can pull like this? No. So this was shifted a little bit. These two blocks above this red window here. Okay, so I can pull it out, but that doesn't seem like the right way to do that though. Just to kind of grab it and pull it, and now I can't get it back in. And there's something moving around that wasn't before. Oh, it's this here. Now I can't get it back in though. That feels so wrong to have done it like that. So does that open up something over here? Like here maybe? So moving this out freed up a block behind this window here. It might be tough for me to show it to you. You can see it's kind of out of the way, and I tilt it back and it goes this way. Oh, maybe is that this? Okay, so that lets me push this out of the way, which then frees up, so that's... Is that this? This? Something here. So this lets me push it back. This lets me push it out of the way. But now I can't push this back. Upside down? So there's something that's falling. Now I can get it back in again. It's so bizarre. So if I push it in, I think this whole section is supposed to come out in one. There we go. I can grab the red. There we go. Now I got the red section and that out of the way. And I can push that down, which then unlocks. With this out of the way, what would that unlock? I'm sure there was probably some way to push this out that I didn't do correctly. You know, it feels like there should be another section on this side that pushes in to push this out of the way, and that's why there's something else blocking here. Oh dear, how do I put that red section back in? So let's try and get it back out again. There we go. So the red section and this are two separate. I can have the red section in and this out, but not the red section out and this in. And this feels like it should go... So if I get this out of the way, maybe does this let me... Oh, with the red section out of the way, I can put this here. Ah, and push this. There we go. That's tricky. Very sneaky. Okay, so you have to, and again, I don't know if I did this correctly, taking this whole section out, just kind of like pulling on it. But then you put this in here, push it, and it pushes this. There we go. Pushes this section out of the way, which opens up a hole here, which will probably push this out. Yep, pushes that out of the way. And then something just moved. So the block that was initially blocking this slid backwards. That is very tricky. I like that. How do I get that back out of the way? Just like, oh, there we go. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this, but if you look in this hole right here, when I pull this out of the way, you can hear it. That little block dropped. And then do I put it down like that? So it's still blocking this hole here. Maybe do I have to move it with this? Oop, now it's gone. Where did it go? Okay, so now I can put this in. Put this in just a little bit, and it pushes this tool out, which is longer than this one. Probably goes in here. Okay, it pushes this here, like that, which I'm guessing unlocked something here. So what would this, oh, it's not totally out of the way. There we go. So what would that have unlocked? Oh, it pushed, it closed this gap here. Here, I'll show you. Watch right here. See, it closed that. So did it also move something else out of the way? Okay, so that's our next step. Is it here? Does this move that way now? It looks like it might. Like if I push here, this shifted a little bit. There we go, it's just kind of tough. Push it, and it shifts this plate out, which should allow me to push this one in. No. Oh, maybe from this side, that's right. We're like, I think we're right near the end. If I can push this plate out of the way, then I'll be able to move this, which will give us that candy cane candy, right? Because I still can't. Is there something else here? Oh, this is two separate. Okay, you actually have to, so you, after you slide this up with this here, you push on this section here. It's a little finicky, which shifts these two plates out, but then you have to grab them and continue to pull them out further. And now we can probably put this in. Still no. So maybe now do I slide this back without these? Can I get it to go back? There we go. Okay, so now I pulled these out separately and I push this section back. So now does it let me? Well, it went in further, but it didn't. Okay, you push it this way. You start here and push it. So this is probably for the reset. Start here and push it that way. Now can I, let's see, we turn this upside down. Okay, this pushes out of the way. Okay. That candy still is stuck there. So moving this would have done what? How long is this? Oh, it's not going to be long enough for me to... No. It wasn't this, because this is where that tool was originally. And we got this out of the way, but this candy is still stuck here. Did I try? I'm going to put it back with it down. The candy's still stuck there. But what if I put it up? No, it's still... I thought it might have dropped into a little chamber that would let me, you know. So does this whole thing move? Is there something else that moves here? There was a little orange piece there. Where did that go? Oh, that was this. Okay. Right? Yeah. So maybe now is it something on this side? That's not all the way in. That's not, why is that not? Oh, I guess it is. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing. Oh. No, that was just... So some of these are just for the reset and not actually... We're right there. So how can we... Logically, how do we get this candy out of here? So it doesn't fall any further. It seems to be, maybe it's like sitting right here. I think just to check, yeah, this is just for the reset. So we push this through, which allows us to push this out. Now, is this two separate pieces? It is. Did that candy just fall? Oh, it's right there. It's right there. I can see it. How do I get it out of there? Okay, so this and this are two separate pieces. How do I... It's stuck. There it is. Come on, come out. Okay. So this white yellow section here and this are two separate pieces. So you push this in and it pushes both out, and then you push this back and that unlocks something which lets this drop in. Let's see if we can figure that out. It has to go here, over. It's a little tricky because it's a double wide. That's going to be really challenging to reset. There it goes. Oh, I guess I can always just take the top off of here. So there's something, there must be like a gap in this piece here that when you push it in, it drops that out. Okay, so we got two candies. So I think that's technically the end of the puzzle. And now we still have a third in here somewhere. So let's find it. Here. Do I need to use this as like leverage somewhere? If I put it down in here. Oh man! Oh no, that's how this started. That's why it wouldn't push in. I thought we... No, it did! Look at this. That's right, this was not flush. So we... Oh boy, look at this. So I don't know if this will work like this. Let's see. It doesn't. Oh boy. Okay, I think we found it. So you push this piece in. This piece was initially flush, if I recall. Maybe? I can't remember. Do we have a picture of it? I can't remember. I don't think it was. I think it was sitting out and we pushed it in. But, okay, so look at this. If we reset it, so this is the initial condition. We pushed on it, it pushed the slider piece and this out of the way, which opened up the thing to give us our slider piece. Now, if we push this back in, push this piece in, put this in, put our candy in, and use it as a piece of leverage with our flat plate. It pushes this whole section out of the way, and I believe okay, we got our candy back. It's something here. It has to be. It has to be. Oh, maybe that's how you were supposed to do this. Ah. Okay. So that's how this was supposed to function, not just grabbing it. But then how would we do that without... Maybe I do this. Oh, you can just push it with just your finger. And that allows you to push this out. But what about this piece? See, now I can't get it back in. There it goes. So you do this, and oh, okay, it pushes the whole thing out. Alright, so we just kind of skipped that by just grabbing it, but that's the intended solution. Shoot, I thought we had found the secret candy. I spoke to the creator, and it turns out there's just some miscommunication in the rules. There is actually only 2 candies. This is the hidden one, and this one is the final. There is not a secret third candy in the puzzle. It was just a miscommunication on the rules. So let's give a follow-up on it, a wrap-up, I mean. Phenomenal. This is definitely one of the most enjoyable Lego puzzles I have, for sure. They rated it an 8 on their scale. I think I'd maybe give it a 7. You know, that's still pretty comparable, I'd say. We were able to skip this step by just kind of grabbing on this portion here and pulling it out. So a suggestion maybe there is to make this section flush with the surface so that you can't grab it. Although I guess you can't, because then you wouldn't be able to put this piece in and slide. No, you still could. You could make this section flush and just still have this gap here at the bottom. They said I could open this easily and see some of the mechanisms because some of it is glued. So I think I'm going to try that very carefully. I don't want to, you know, totally bust it open. I think I get the general gist of the mechanisms. This is maybe the only one that I don't totally understand as to why it only goes back when this piece is in this position here. Oh, now it doesn't want to go back at all. Maybe there's another piece that's locking it. You know, they said we can open it easily. I honestly, I'm just going to kind of do it right at this seam here. Just very carefully pull the top half off. So what's preventing this from going back? Oh, you know what? The red block here is twisted. Let's go ahead and untwist it. Do our best to do that. There we go. That's all it was. So the red block was just twisted there. That's why we were unable to get it all the way out. Okay, so this is why there's a little block right here, that's what was preventing us from pushing this back in, unless this piece is exactly right here, because when it goes this way as well, then the pink piece blocks it from. Let's go ahead and push this all the way out. I think that's it for mechanisms that we didn't understand. This one, what was this one here? Oh, this is that piece that was floating around that was stopping us from putting this piece in right here. So that one works. You have to slide this piece over here, this one down, and then over this way. And then you can slide this in, or I guess it's this one. You slide this in here, which pushes this piece out this way. And then this, what was this one here? Oh, that was this one. After we push these two pink pieces out, if I can get it. So these two pink pieces were here like this. So we pushed them out this way. And then we had to, oh, okay. So we pushed them out this way. And then we pushed this section out. And that's when, so this piece was held in place by this piece. So we pushed this section out, and that's when we were able to use gravity to slide it this way, and then this way, and then use this tool to push that section out. I think that's the only mechanism we didn't totally understand. How does, so this piece fell, this candy fell down through here. How did that actually get out of there? Because there should be a gap right here. So it was right here. Oh, maybe it's this. Okay, so if you look in this gap right here, so these two pieces were pushed out by this block here, and when we push this yellow section back in, it's going to move that block out of the way, like that. And that's what freed up the gap for this piece to fall down through and into here. Let's go ahead and push that back out just so we have it all in the correct. I think that's it. I think that was the only mechanisms that we did not totally understand. This candy piece was here, and it was blocked in place by this slider. And then we slid, wait. This was in. How was this in? Maybe it wasn't. Oops. This goes over here. I can't get it over here now. There we go. Was this in? Does it go? I don't recall if this piece. Oh, so this was just all the way over here. Okay, so this section was in, and then we pushed it out. We pushed this slider out of the way, and that's what let us get this candy out. But you don't, that's why this is a secret candy. You don't have to move. This slider here is not necessary to actually solve the puzzle. So we slid it out of the way, and that's what gave us this candy. Okay, so I think we've fully understood how everything functions here. Let's go ahead and put it back together, very gently, of course. So there you go. Great, yeah, just like I said, very, very enjoyable. I love the color scheme. It's just very pleasing. Lots of steps. You don't generally see lots of steps like this on a Lego puzzle. They said 20 plus. I didn't count as we went through. I guess we could count here real quick. I'll believe them. It's probably 20 plus. Uh-oh, where'd that... Oh, there it is. Okay. Pick it up. Definitely pick it up. I think they made a short run initially, about 10 or so, just to get the production out there, see what people think about it, see how well they can do it, and whether they make a return on their investment. Like I said, a 7 out of 10, and maybe instead of an 8. Definitely enjoyable. Something that I think you could pass on to an experienced puzzler and not necessarily a new puzzler. I think a new puzzler might have a little bit of challenge with this, especially this move here, which freed up... Oop, I didn't push this back in. Which freed up this. And like I said, maybe take these 2 blocks and put them flush here with and leave this little gap here so that this section, like I said, I was able to just kind of grab it with my finger because there was space here. If you just put a little pressure down and pull on it, you can pull it out. So I think that maybe that's, honestly, I think that's maybe the only flaw in the whole thing, is that they didn't put a stopgap from preventing you from pulling this out prior to doing the correct step here. So that's it for this one. Moonplay Cosmetics, the Bluetooth app. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.